snowflake gobos. It was like.
Really?
Yeah, she like.
They had like a preset for the show before.
I mean, she like.
She was taking pictures too.
She appreciates histrionics, you know, just a drama person. So
Oh, that's so cool.
So it was really pretty, and she left us some time for ourselves, but you could hear like click, 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 click. She was like taking pictures, and like she got a video of it on her big phone, and so she's gonna. She was like, tell me when I can post this to Facebook, and I was like, all right, I need to make some phone calls first. I don't want this to just hit Facebook.
I don't think I actually saw the ring.
It's very nice. It reminds me of yours. It's just simple.
It's a little big.
It's a little big, so we'll decide whether.
Fix that.
Yeah,
it can be.
We'll either resize it or Dave was like, does it fit? And I said it's a little loose, but I'll grow. Terry just burst out laughing, and Dave's like, all right, are we just planning for that now? Oh man. I mean, at first I was just like numb.
What did
like
he say?
nauseous
What was
numb.
his words? What did
He
he say?
said, life is short and I want to spend it with you, or something like that. That's probably how I'll
And you said,
remember it.
yeah, I know we are.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, he was reaching for his thing, and I was like, oh my god. And I, at some point, like, guessed what was happening, but then, you know, it was still, like, oh, like, when he, like, reaches and sees pulling, and he's like, I want to spend it with you, I was like, oh, I'm being proposed to right now. And it didn't occur to me at that point that Terry would be in on this, and I was like, this is, like, what? And then it clicked, like, oh my god, this is all set up, this is perfect.
Like, I was just like, you know what, now's the time. We're touring the high
Well,
school.
it was all like split. It was all split second. This was like total split second thoughts, and you know, and the very next split second, I was like, wow, this was all planned. But what's so funny is I would think, like, if I was, you know, like when I described the plot of Lord of the Rings before I'd ever seen it, I was like, Frodo's an elf and he's trying to get the ring. Like, if I was to guess, how do you respond when, you know, you are proposed to? I would have been like, oh, I'll just start crying immediately and just laugh and cry and hug him and say yes, 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 yes. And instead I was like...
You're laughing. She was laughing.
She laughed at you?
I was like there was like tears in my eyes.
For a while.
There were like tears in my eyes, and I was like, I'm totally numb. I mean, yes, but holy crap. My whole body was tingling. I said, I think I'm going to be sick.
How do you think we felt, Jenny? How do you think we all felt when you were playing the other night and she called and you said, I'm not even going back?
Yeah, I would have thrown a wrench in the works.
That was, see, this is
I did think that I might throw up. I was like, I'm really glad that this floor is wood.
She was
I
throwing up.
might actually throw up.
Funny.
Did you know
I envisioned you just crying the whole time.
Well, once, like, the initial shock wore off and, like, the endorphins, like, I think the endorphins were just all so much so fast. It was like eating that brownie. I was like all of my blood vessels, I think, just like contracted. And I was like, but then once like it all kicked in and I was just like laughing, I stood up and then like fell on the floor and was like rolling around, and then like in the lobby I just burst out laughing and crying, like, you know, like this beautiful laughing, crying, like hybrid.
Wasn't it a good idea to do it on the Wisdom stage?
It was such a good idea. That's so cute. And plus, I already have a piece of the stage at home from the renovation, so I have a piece of it already, so that's perfect.
And it's great that she was there taking pictures.
Yeah, we got photos.
I want to see the pictures. Be sure and share those with me when you get
Yeah,
them.
It's going to be on Facebook, she said.
Yeah, no, she'll,
Well, no, I'm going to have her send me the raw stuff.
she was like, tell me when I can tag you on Facebook. But like all of the kids in her drama class knew. She was like, this is our first proposal in the Joan C. Bettinger Auditorium. And I was like, well, your kids are going to love it. And she's like, oh, they already know. And she said they were cleaning out like one of the like loft like storage areas, and the kids were like, oh my god, we found this love seat, center stage, spotlight. And she's like, all right. So the students of Woodson Drama set designed our proposal.
Isn't that cool? That's great.
I think that's the coolest thing it could have possibly been.
Well, if it weren't for that stage, I wouldn't have pursued a career in theater. And if I hadn't pursued a career in theater, I wouldn't have gone to Emerson. And if I hadn't gone to Emerson, I wouldn't have met Dave.
Yeah.
So it all started there.
Well, Dave talked
Well,
about
I actually saw it start at the Air
this
Force
was
Club
better,
in
I think.
Charleston.
And what?
Where I met
So
your
you
mom.
talked a little bit about possibly doing it New Year's Eve.
Yeah, yeah.
But this was better, I think, because it's so
Well,
symbolic.
No, this was good because New Year's Eve, at least the last 2 New Year's Eves, well, no, the New Year's Eve before last,
Yeah,
I was so
You
drunk.
were hammered.
I was so
That's
drunk.
something that I
when
realized
the
too. I was
clock
like, we probably shouldn't do it on New Year's Eve because
Yeah.
we're probably gonna be drunk.
When the clock struck midnight, I licked you instead of kissed you, and I had a thing of
Pour vodka
vodka,
over yourself.
and I